And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym and the Crypto, episode 804. Today is Monday, September 27th, 2021. I had a malfunction, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish, in today's top stories, Binance blocks fiat deposits and spot crypto trading for Singapore users. U.S. House of Representatives to deliver a verdict on infrastructure bill this week. Morgan Stanley exec says Bitcoin is the Kenny from South Park of money. And crypto has recovered from China's FUD over a dozen times in the last 12 years. But first and foremost, Bitcoin's what is going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. Bitcoin at 43,555 is up 0.75%. Ethereum at $3,074 is up 2.5%. I'm doing your active exercises. Cardano at 220 is down 2.5%. Binance at 347 is up 0.62%. XRP at 95% is up 1.6% today. I can't even talk now. Solana at 146 is up almost 8%. Polkadot at 28.90 is down 0.79%. Dogecoin at 20 cents is down 0.22%. And I wanted to mention Avalanche, AVAX. Everybody's losing their mind over AVAX. $72 is up 6.8% today. So another entry, it seems like, into the top 10 coming soon. Just got to push one of these other coins out. A lot of competition right now.
Oh, AVAX. Sounds it's the next big thing, huh, folks?
Oh, yeah. About to be the new top 10, baby.
It's better than Bitcoin, man. Faster transactions, everything, bro.
Never heard that before.
Here we go. And the cycle keeps on spinning and spinning and spinning. Name the Dream, Alipio, Aaron, Leroy, Timothy, Wendy, Garrett, Jared, Patrick, Fearless Jones, Jasmine B, Keith, Tim, Kadeem, Chappie, JB, Level 99, Slacker, Saber Saves, Roland Wishers, Lamontre, BK Born, Best I Rays, Ron B, Jasmine, Satoshi Slim, that's a cool name, Fatima, and Chappie. Look, just ran off that quick roll call. Good morning, all. Thanks for joining per usual. Make sure you smash that like and share. Chappie said, I bought some Bitcoin this weekend, man. I need more money so I can buy more Bitcoin at this price. Listen, I'm hoping this thing will drop. I keep hoping it will drop. It's not happening. Some people are catching it. Leroy is laughing. Say he's already with it, laughing at your reading of the prices today. Listen, we said we would entertain, and here we are. Top story of the day, actually. Binance is in the news again. They're going through it. Binance blocks fiat deposits and spot crypto trading for Singapore users. The crypto exchange giant has announced further restrictions to its operations in Singapore amid regulatory scrutiny. What's really worrisome about this is Singapore has been one of the more crypto-friendlier places. So to see Binance actually block deposits coming from there says something may be going on in the regulatory environment there, or just Binance in general, as we've been pointing out, is still going through it. But what's your take on this and what's going on here?
Oh, man. So Binance, like you said, it is kind of going through it at this point. As it states here, they have seen significant regulatory scrutiny in many jurisdictions across the globe. Consequently, the exchange has been forced to discontinue some of its services in several countries. We talked about the UK. We talked about other countries as well. I mean, right now, it seems like Binance is taking the beating that every exchange takes as they get bigger. So earlier in September, Binance stated they would stop crypto futures and options trading in Australia. And then, of course, we see this news in Singapore and then the earlier news in the UK. So it's not looking too good for Binance right now until they bend the knee. I don't know what CZ has to do, but he says they intend to comply with regulatory demands and also, announce plans for Binance.us to go public by 2024. So I think all of this is happening so that they can go public in 2024. They're like, all right, well, you can't do this, can't do that. Like Coinbase, they went through all the same stuff. And like, well, if you want to go public, you got to play by rules. So that's the game they're playing right now. But they are getting smacked around right now. They taking their lumps. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, again, I almost want to know, like, what is the profit? Who's in bed with who? Like, what are the numbers? What's going on? Because with the amount of what seems to be stress that's involved in just having an exchange, I would be ready to be like, you know what, we've made our money. I'm selling my stake, like hands up. That's what the guy, Brian Armstrong's co-founder did. You remember before they finally went public and all that? He was like, hey, I'm good. This has been a good ride. Hey.
It's been good. The dude from Duke. It was a dude from Duke, right?
The guy from Duke. He probably was like, look, who would have thought in 3 or 4 years I'd be making this much money? Like, I'm good. Everything worked out. I can buy North Carolina if I want to at this point. Like, he's probably a happy camper. So, yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. I'm laughing at them in the comment section. It's pretty funny. The U.S. House of Representatives is in the news again, of course, because they are going to be delivering a verdict on infrastructure bill this week. That's right. While Speaker Nancy Pelosi expects the infrastructure bill to pass, the Democrats are divided on whether to pass a legislation before the terms of a follow-up $3.5 trillion package is finalized. So, to me, bro, exactly. Listen, don't come on, you stealing my thunder. Listen, you were quick on the trigger. I got to be quicker. I was going to say the exact same thing before we even get into the infrastructure bill and what that means as far as all the regulatory environment, or excuse me, the regulatory environment around Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The most obvious thing is we are about to get that fourth quarter pump, people. It is going to be a manufactured pump. They're printing more money. I mean, honestly, and I'm hoping for a dip. But again, I just saw somebody I think Ali Pio was just saying he's hoping too, but we're being greedy, which is probably true. If this package gets passed before the end of the year, which is, I'm sure they want, the price is about to go parabolic. Between that, then you're gonna have Taproot. A lot of new things are coming. Not even speaking about new projects like Avalanche. So when you have all this new stuff happening all at one time, tax money trying to get offloaded or whatever. And then of course to the new year is gonna be Bitcoin's birthday. We're gonna be doing a check your keys. That was the thing called that Tracy started. Tracy.
Oh yeah. Basically the protect your keys day or proof of keys.
Proof of keys. So all these events are gonna drive the price of Bitcoin up like in the span of 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So this may be it as far as the dip. So definitely want to point that out. And $3.5 trillion, poof, out of thin air, make it appear. According to Reuters, Pelosi expressed confidence that legislation will be passed upon announcing the date on Sunday, September 26th, stating, let me just say we're going to pass the bill this week. Earlier that same day, she reportedly indicated she would not bring the bill to a vote unless she believed it would pass. So she's trying to do this week. That's going to be crazy if it does happen on the 30th. What's your take on this? Your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. I think the pump starts as soon as it's approved because the insiders who realize what's about to happen are just going to start buying like crazy because they know once this money gets pushed out into banks, pushed out into whatever bills they have, it's going straight back into crypto the same way it did before. And the legislation passed on August 10th and contained in the bill, it mandated stringent counterparty reporting requirements for decentralized network validators and software developers. So basically anybody who has a wallet would be considered a validator or basically somebody who is a money transmission. So you would fall under those rules. I don't think that this will actually affect the market long term, but short term, it may be a small shock from people like, hey, hold up. So now all of a sudden I have to sign up for whatever just to use my own wallet. That's gonna be crazy. But I hope if they pass it, they don't do this sneaky shit and try to slide this in there with the infrastructure bill, something totally different, and then they slide this in with it because it really doesn't have anything to do with our infrastructure. So Nancy Pelosi, again, somehow she predicted the exact time to put a put call on what was that, Evergrande, or one of those stocks that fell big time. Perfect time. She put a put call on it. So of course she understands how this market really works. That's why she wants this package to go through. She got other calls sitting there waiting too. She got other stocks she got to pump. So she's not worth 200 million for nothing. So shout out to Nancy Pelosi, the real gangster in Congress. She said, "I'm not going to bring it up unless I think it will pass." Like she's like, I ain't even gonna give it a chance unless I think it's gonna pass. So gang.
We got somebody who's worth 200 million. We're paying to print more fake money. You can't make this shit up, I tell you. Aaron, thank you for the tip. Random, but Zay, what are your thoughts on projects like Ren or Cosmos that are offering cross-chain compatibility or swaps?
Oh yeah, from a technology standpoint, it's great because then you're basically blockchain agnostic. You use the one that works the best. Tokens that you have to interact with in order to do it, I think that's like way too many steps. But somebody will figure that out as well because we have atomic swaps, cross-chain interoperability, protocols all thrown out before. It's whoever actually comes out with the best tech long term. So it's gonna take some time, be a few little bugs, but I haven't seen those explicitly. But the process you're talking about definitely will be valuable for people. Being able to take your NFT from one chain to another when the fees get too high, that's going to be invaluable. Being able to take whatever digital asset to another one because of fees or because it's too slow is going to be amazing.
The real question is, will a cross-chain swap on something dealing with Ren or Cosmo take off before it's figured out using Bitcoin?
Exactly.
That I think would be because again, we keep seeing like the first one or first few that really get made and get used mainstream are going to get cracked. Somebody's going to, it is when the chance of it not getting hacked at this point are extremely low. So I don't know. I think,
I think Bitcoin is turning into Amazon with this. What I'm saying is every time Amazon sees a new product take off in their store, they all of a sudden come up with the same product and just sell it through Amazon. So it looks like Bitcoin is just sitting back like, well, we already got the most secure base layer. What y'all kids inventing? Oh, y'all inventing DeFi? Oh, yeah, we got that. We just show up. It's like Bitcoin shows up. It's like, all right, well, now we take it. Oh, y'all got NFTs? Cool. Now we do too. So it's whatever innovation you got, it's still the strongest base layer. So they can always just take it and say it's ours.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a Jeff Bezos book that say Bitcoin Black America, how I got Amazon on board. Like, wait, what's going on? Wait, this title looks familiar, but not the picture. Let's see. Roland Wishers, what's going on? Say, I think it's definitely going lower. You think we're being greedy? Question mark. You know they want our Bitcoin. LOL. I'm expecting some shakeouts. So I agree. I'm not gonna say I don't think it just won't happen. My thing is at this point it's so dangerous to wait. You just have the dollar cost average, and when you run out of money, hey, you got to go make some more. Go figure it out. Go get some more dough. But it's dangerous to sit on the sideline right now. It's dangerous. The way is very it's volatile in a bullish market. So very dangerous. Adam Jinks said, are changes to the infrastructure bill going to be proposed for crypto? So yeah, that's what we're wondering. That's why we're kind of looking at this, going back to the story. Again, we were here talking about the U.S. House of Reps delivering their verdict on infrastructure bill this week. And again, from what you know, Bitcoin Zay, were there any talks of additional crypto bills in here?
No, just the ones from before where they had the reporting requirements,
right?
Where they were saying for the wallets. Yeah, so that was still in there. The difference is now I think they may have a little bit decreased the impact. I think they may just go after the big wallets. They were just trying to scare people earlier.
There we go. L. Debnan L says, shout out to Zay, beautiful presentation this weekend at the Black Blockchain Summit. There you go.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
Goodness, hey, what's going on? Love from Nigeria. What you about to say, Zay?
Oh no, I was just saying why kids need Bitcoin. That's what I talked about at the conference.
There we go. For sure. There we go. All right. Rendo like Denzel said, if you trade on the weekend, you know that was the shakeout, I hope. Yeah, some people are saying, I saw somebody say 39K bottom, said Kadeem. Very possible. But look, here's the crazy thing about crypto, which makes it very interesting for some and very scary, of course, for others, and a little bit of both for everybody, is that literally someone could, like I said, this infrastructure bill could pass, that could pump the market. A new billionaire who we never thought would say anything about crypto could come out this week and be like, hey, I heard there's a bug in some code somewhere, you know what I mean? Or I'm buying this or whatever. So it's just so many things that can happen. A regulator can come out this week. It's illegal now to do this, and it can change the entire market. So that's why it's so crazy right now. One person who is coming out is a Morgan Stanley executive, says Bitcoin is the Kenny from South Park of money. Now, a Morgan Stanley executive talking about Kenny from South Park makes me raise flags as far as HR. What's going on there at Morgan Stanley? What type of jokes y'all there? Y'all sharing at the water cooler. You just ain't the gym in the crypto. I know you all got compliance. You can't just be watching South Park on the job. What's going on?
Hey, the one of y'all business is failing. But Morgan Stanley's Dennis Lynch, he shared this lighthearted analogy during a discussion at Morningstar's yearly investment conference today, claiming that Bitcoin's insatiable ability to defy the odds and rise from both technical and fundamental adversity portrays that of South Park character Kenny. And if you've ever watched South Park, you know Kenny dies every episode. He comes back. You can't kill him for real. And that's basically what he's saying about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been attacked from all sides. It's been attacked by the media. It's been attacked from a technical standpoint. We've had an inflation bug very early on. We've had FUD from the media saying it's for criminals, it's for, it's a Ponzi scheme. Everything you can do to take down Bitcoin has been tried and nothing's worked. So I think he's impressed, because if anybody was gone after this hard, any company, they would have been folded. And that's the reason why Bitcoin is important, because it's not a company, it's not centralized, it's decentralized. So it's damn near impossible to take down.
Yeah. I mean, the only way you could, I think, take Bitcoin down essentially, quote unquote, is, again, I keep comparing to music, same way you took down the music streaming. Like, you literally have to manipulate and tell the entire population, like, yo, this is illegal. I'm telling you, this is illegal, morally wrong. You get all that going to the point. It's like, no, you shouldn't use Bitcoin. It's morally wrong. Like, let the banks use it, and they'll use it for transactions. We'll keep it nice and safe for you all, and you can use the banks who have it running on their network. So, and it's still crazy to me. Again, it's like, it actually works. It's been working. It's becoming more popular. Banks know about it now. They're trying to tax, and all this stuff is going on. And it still takes like 3 to 5 days for transfers. Like, why won't they just switch the system over? It's not that difficult to do. And it was also crazy. Like, you don't have to switch 100% of any of your systems over. Like, you can go 50%, you can go 30%. So maybe things don't take 3 to 5 days if you want to become on an aggressive account plan or something, and you use the technology. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to go, every customer has to use this right now. It's the only way we can do it. It's like, you can have multiple systems running. This is the beauty of all this stuff. Check out the cloud, bro. Amazon. Go check out one of those web servers. Let's see.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I love the fact that right after they put that quote, they say Bitcoin has fallen 14% across the week in wake of yet another Chinese crackdown on crypto. the price falling over the course of the week, I mean, due to China, is hilarious, which is what we're about to talk about now. But it's just funny that was the very next line.
Nice segue. Crypto has recovered from China's FUD over a dozen times in the last 12 years. It's actually crazy recovering this. We really did get to a point, I think it was like a year or two. No, it's probably a couple of years ago. We said we were going to stop covering China FUD because it was literally like 2017. It happened like 4 or 5 times. 2018, about 4 or 5 times. I mean, literally every year, 2016. So it was just to the point where it was like, as far as covering it, we've covered the China FUD so many times, but it's been a while since we covered it again. This is like one of the main headlines of the weekend. Everyone's talking about it, but of course, it was funny seeing a lot of the memes coming from a lot of the people in the market. I think shout out to Crypto Culture, Crypto Kenzie. I think he had a meme where it's like China bans crypto, and he had like a person sleeping with some Z's or whatever. Like, no one's paying attention. But since 2009, China and Hong Kong have banned or otherwise caused FUD in the crypto space on 19 separate occasions and counting. And I will like to point out, in 2016 and 2017, or really 2017, when China was saying this type of FUD, I remember the market was still reacting. It was dipping at the beginning. At the end, by the end, it wasn't reacting, but the beginning was. But this is going to be crazy to say out loud. The market was reacting, let's say, around $1,500 Bitcoin to China FUD. And China's still trying to do FUD at $44,000. People, if you don't see the writing on the wall as far as the future goes, like, this is crazy. They're trying the same play from years ago when it was $1,500 and it's now $44,000. And again, they're saying that China has caused this FUD on 19 separate occasions and counting. I would say, just off the top of my head, that seems about right. Like I said, just from when we were covering it, it was becoming quite excessive. So again, it says the price of Bitcoin, this was a few days ago. It fell 5% that day following the breaking news that the People's Bank of China, or PBOC, had declared all cryptocurrency transactions illegal. Now, of course, this article goes back to the different times it's been banned publicly. But Zay, my question to you is, what does that have to do with the market as far as what we can see here in the United States if Bitcoin will be banned? And is it actually banned in China? Are people still allowed? People can technically download it and use it. So how are they actually banning it? That's what I'm kind of confused about.
They're not. That's the point. All of this is bullshit. They're not banning anything. They just say it out loud. The People's Bank of China, we are banning cryptocurrency, and it doesn't actually mean anything because people, like you said, can still access the internet. But I do want to let me share my screen here real quick. I do want to show people this, because if you need an indicator China banning Bitcoin may be the best and most bullish indicator you need, because look at the other companies they banned: Google, YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, Reddit,
Oh, why you
Netflix.
skip? Wait, why you skip one? Why you skip one?
What? X Hamster? Because X Hamster, it don't matter what you block. You ain't stopping porno in no society. So that ain't ain't no point in blocking that one. But Microsoft OneDrive, Zoom was blocked until November of last year. Like,
it ain't gonna be no virtual meetings. Y'all want to meet me at the square in public.
Yeah. There's no Instagram in China, people. There's no WhatsApp. There's no Twitch. There's no, look at it. And all of these companies are successful. So if you need a bullish signal, they only ban successful companies because they allow their people to decentralize information. They don't want that. So because Bitcoin decentralizes money, they're gonna keep fake banning it so they can buy it at lower prices. The price drop happened over the course of a day or two, and it came right back up. Like, it wasn't. I mean, at this point, like you said, people are basically just sleep, and then all of a sudden, China hits a button. China ban whenever they want to drop it a little bit. So we need a button on this show. China ban.
Right. Alex
every time the price goes down.
Everything. Let's see.
So I mean, this is nothing to be worried about.
Jermaine Tunage, I might have pronounced that right. Turnage. Say I just passed the certified Bitcoin professional exam. Congrats. Do you think that has any value to corporations that might be hiring? I say yes. Anything that you can get in this space as far as certifications right now are cool, especially for the certified Bitcoin professional exam by Andreas Antonopoulos. He's a part of that team. They actually know what they're talking about. That exam does a pretty good job of covering like the broad things of what you should know in this space. So I'm all for it. I know Bitcoin's you co-sign as well, correct?
Say it one more time.
I said you co-sign it as well, right? Certified Bitcoin
absolutely.
professional.
Absolutely, definitely something good to have in your portfolio or war chest, just in case.
Yeah, going back to this article, I mean, literally, let's just talk about from when we started the show. So I remember when this happened in 2016, which is crazy. The price of Bitcoin is like at $400 when this Chinese hack Bitfinex was hacked. Of course, that's when the whole Bitfinex tether and all this other stuff started and going on since then.
Hey, man,
it's been like a long time. But
I miss those years, man. Bitfinex was I miss those years.
But in 2017, these are the times we covered the China ban on the show. 6 and 7, here you go, 2 times here. September, again, Bitcoin moved from 4,000s then to all-time high of 20,000, 8 and 9. So literally in 2017, we covered it 4 different bans. Here in 2018, you're looking at 2 different bans. 2019, 2 different bans. 2020, 1 ban, or excuse me, 2 bans in 2020. And here we go again. So again, people, we're just covering this to let people know that it's something that happens quite often in crypto. And as you said, Bitcoin's this is probably like one of the most bullish signals you can get as far as where Bitcoin's actually going. China.
Oh yeah. And I just want to say, some people may be watching this and say, yeah, of course it's stupid. But I will say, I was out eating in DC and I overheard a conversation of a guy telling another guy, I wouldn't touch crypto right now. China just banned it. That is an actual sentence from a regular person who they don't know anything about the industry. So he's telling his friend's asking him, he's like, yeah. So do you have any cryptos? And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't touch it because China banned it, which is literally the opposite. That's why I said, you listen to the media, do the opposite of what they say. Because if they tell you that, if you look at charts, that's actually the optimal time to buy. That's the dip you're looking for. And then it usually takes off from there. So again, we still got regular people out here in the world that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they're still giving crypto advice. So I'm glad people watching here, our warriors are a lot smarter.
You know what? That's what's crazy to me too. I keep seeing that a lot as well. And I'm just like, if I wasn't very certain and very knowledgeable in something, I would not speak about it, period. I wouldn't just be, yo, you
when they bring it up.
And it's crazy. I've been hearing people just like, yeah, this is that. No, this is. I'm like, how do you know this? Where are you getting your information from? Like, you are super confident in the wrong information right now. So it's crazy. Like I said, people are still spreading things like, hey, it's a China ban. Bitcoin is going to die. People actually believe it. Let's see. I saw something funny. I was trying to go back to, Leroy Forrest said China is heated. That Neo Ant shares didn't take off exactly. And other people are saying that China's just trying to get their own digital yuan going. That's why they're trying to ban it. Cryptocurrency was going on. Said, what's our take on the Meta Knights project? I'm not familiar with. Are you familiar with Meta Knights?
Yeah, well, Binanace, I was introduced to him by a friend, so I still have to do my research on him. I actually followed him on Twitter, so I have to look more into him. But like any other project, it seems interesting. Community is super small, it's super early, but I'm starting to look at NFT projects just for communities, not really for the art or whatnot. Just to look for communities because then the art will follow. So it looks pretty good right now, but I just have to follow up more.
Oh, it's NFT. I just looked at it and say, you know what? It's the NFTs are getting very interesting. I saw shout out to Ken Bozak. I saw him post something. He said he bought like a $200, some $400 NFT some years ago. That's like worth some crazy amount right now. But I get it, I see it, but listen, I'm not in that market right now, folks. It's so many projects I'm trying to keep up with just off the in the altcoin casino these days. I mean, Avalanche, right? I still got to do the deep dive on all things Avalanche. That is the talk of the town, apparently. Other than that, you got any news?
No news for me. I just want to shout out everybody in DC for the Black Blockchain Summit. My man Trek, saw Leroy out here. Justin, of course, from Bars of Bitcoin signing books. A lot of great speakers. Had a great time. Of course, DC is always great. So shout out to everybody who came out and all the Warriors, of course, that's been supporting. So appreciate you.
All right, in the comment section, let's do some comments today. What's going to be the price of Bitcoin at the end of the week, especially if that infrastructure bill gets passed? Listen, they are over here pumping the dollar. This is going to be crazy. 3.5 trillion, or how much was it?
3.5 trillion.
3.5 trillion. Cryptocurrency says more than NFT. It's a physical comic book and an anime series. Oh yeah, that is very interesting. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. I gotta take a look at it. I'll be at $3.5 trillion. I mean, goodness gracious, how much is milk going to be next year? I know, seriously.
$17 for milk, $42 for bread.
It's almost like the government wants $100,000 Bitcoin. They're just like, look, we're gonna keep putting money out there until y'all buy this Bitcoin up.
Hey, that's what game theory is interesting, because when you feel like the only solution we have is going to help Bitcoin, boy, they must be pulling their hair out. The only solution is to print money, but it's always going to help Bitcoin. So I know they sit there like,
oh, I get what you're saying. I was reading the comments, but I just listened to that. Your only solution is yeah, I know, right? That is crazy.
So the best they can do is control on-ramps and make money off of it. That's about it. I mean, and tax the big companies that become trillionaires. Like after this market, I think it's going to be a couple $1 trillion companies in the next after the next happening. So that's about all they can do.
Yeah, and once those $1 trillion companies pop up, it's going to be very interesting to see how legislation changes, how regulation changes. It's going to be a lot of changes. All these, what was that interview? The interview host, the news host who interviewed the Gemini twins last. He was kind of pressing them. Oh, I know they coming back with his ass. Boy, I want him fired. He ain't gonna be. You ain't breaking stories. No, you'll be breaking stories in the mountains of.
You're breaking your legs. You gonna be breaking stories no more.
All right, I didn't want to say a country because I know people's gonna get all crying, take it personal. Oh, why are you talking about my country? I ain't gonna be like Trump. Man. Trump called everybody country shitholes. I'm not gonna do that. Bro, that was hilarious.
Hey man,
you said you don't have any news. Nothing else is going on.
Nah, nothing else really this week. I mean, nah, nothing. It's really, this is probably the freest week I've had in a long time, only because of travel and all that stuff. But yeah, nothing much going on this week. I will say the second book shipping is starting next week. So this week, no, but next week, yeah. I already got them piling up. So that's about it.
There it is. Other than that, check out the masterclass. If you have not yet, that masterclass, everything A to Z, all things Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And stay tuned for this week. We'll have a lot of good news coming out and hopefully some interesting things. So stay tuned.